Good evening. Today I want to talk to you about the crisis in the Indian telecom industry. The Indian telecom industry was alive and kicking till some time back. In fact, the company that is in trouble today, Vodafone Idea, was originally parent called Hutch, one portion of it. Hutchison was one of India's leading telecom player. In fact, Vodafone bought Hutch for an extravagant nearly several billion dollars. In fact, that led to the case in 2012 of retrospective taxation. That is, transactions done before the law on income tax was amended were also brought into classification. Industry is so fickle that that company is now facing bankruptcy. The other part of Idea was a company which started as Birla and Tata together, and finally Birla swallowed that company, and that was Idea Cell Phone. Idea also got into trouble because of adjusted gross revenue. Adjusted gross revenue is a share of revenue that these operators agreed to pay. The point is, what the operators thought is they would have to pay for the revenue generated from people either speaking in voice or data. But the government interpreted it as a share of all revenues, which was totally unfair. But the matter became sub judice and the Supreme Court decided in favor of the government. This led to some telecom companies going belly up. So Arcom, Aircel were such companies. Aircel was the dominant company in Tamil Nadu. It went belly up because it couldn't pay AGR services. Of the companies that survived, Vodafone and Idea merged together with Kumaramangalam Birla as chairman and hoped to ride out the storm. The Supreme Court insisted that the AGR had to pay with interest. Tata's wound up their business, gave their customers to Airtel and decided to bide their time. Now, through TCS and Tata Communications, they are making a bid for 5G business. They have also bought Tejas Networks. While Tata's exited gracefully, repaid all the loans, and also paid the AGR dues. The problem child was Vodafone Idea. Vodafone Idea's adjusted gross revenue claims is the tune of 95,000 crores, of which they have paid 7,000 crores. There is a spectrum charge of 50,000 crores. There is funded liability of 20,000 crores, and there are further non-funded liabilities. The exposure is primarily with public sector banks. If Vodafone Idea shuts down tomorrow, public sector banks will be carrying the can of direct and indirect exposure of 40,000 crores. Government will lose 1.5 lakh crores in revenue. Millions of people will lose jobs. 40 crore people who are depending on the Vodafone Idea network will be shut out. Already, other companies are saying Vodafone Idea executives are desperately trying for jobs. In this scenario, on June 7th, Kumaramangalam Birla wrote to the cabinet secretary that they were trying to raise 25,000 crores, but international investors wanted three things. They wanted clarity from the government on AGR because it was unjust. They wanted rational spectrum pricing and a minimum charge on usage so that there will be no price cutting. The government, with the launch of Jio, went out of its way to encourage Jio. How did they do that? They killed BSNL by denying it a 4G license. And Jio kept on cutting prices to such an extent that only Airtel and Jio could survive. The average rate per customer, that is the money earned by the company per customer, has dropped to 107 and 138. It is not possible for a company like Vodafone Idea to survive on such low ARPUs. The Vodafone Idea is not able to offer even 4G services in all its circles. If this continues, then India will become a duopoly where Jio and Airtel will control the market. They will decide the rate at which telecom is serviced. Already, Airtel is talking about increasing its rates so that it can become more profitable. Jio is also waiting in the wings to increase prices. So, two of them can get together and fix telecom and data rates. The other big issue is Vodafone Idea of Link shuts down tomorrow. Will the two existing telecom players be able to share the load? If the Vodafone towers stop working, the load of extra 40 crore customers will become so huge that signals will be dropped and there will be drop call syndrome everywhere and 40 crore people will be out of license. with out of communications. India is already struggling with a pandemic. Yet the imminent third wave is there round the corner because the government has not vaccinated enough. Most Indians are working from home and data connection is very important. If the government allows Vodafone Idea to go bust, then what will happen is if Vodafone towers go out, then there will be too much load on Geo and Airtel. The towers will collapse, communication links within India will collapse, and data will stall to a crawl, and business will come to a stop. The government has to intervene and stop this from happening. To add further pressure and add injury to insult, Kumaramangalam Billa has decided to resign from the Vodafone Idea. The MCA in turn has accepted his resignation and another person has been nominated to the board. How is it possible that the MCA processed the application in such a sick company that the chairman can wash his hands off? That is for a later day debate. The fact is, both Kumaramangalam Birla and Vodafone, two parents, have said they will not invest any other money, not a single cent anymore, because there is no visibility of profits. With no foreign company willing to bail them out, it is very difficult for Vodafone Idea to survive unless the government gives concessions in AGR and spectrum fees. But it cannot be seen favoring one person. Some people have been calling for a nationalization of Vodafone Idea. That would be a travesty of justice because the government denied BSNL a chance to buy license of 4G. How the government uses this crisis as an opportunity to keep the Indian telecom sector bright is something that we have to wait and watch. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.